Welcome to Honest Hockey. We're just two guys talk about all things hockey. Honestly. I'm Tom and he's Tom. Thanks for joining us today. I think our first topic of today is going to be the conference finals.
Okay.
How they're going, where our predictions stand, some things that are kind of out there that kind of surprised us. So let's start with the Tampa versus Isles. Predictions, they're still intact
They're
for me.
still kind of intact. It really depends on how the next game goes, because I have Tampa in 5. You have Tampa in 7 with a double overtime winner from Kucherov.
Top of the circle, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, really depends on how next game goes. It's make or break for me. If Isles win game 4, I lost.
Yeah. Now, how do you think the series is going? Like, that first game was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's something I kind of want to bring up a little bit later on with time travel and stuff like that.
Time travel?
I know, exactly. I bet the Isles wish they could time travel. But what an amazing game that first game was.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of was under the assumption that Tampa was that good that like every game was going to be like 8-2.
Yes.
But then also, if every game was 8-2, the Isles were in really big trouble.
Yeah.
So you knew something had to change.
Yes.
You had to go back to the way the Isles were playing the previous series. I mean, I was always saying, like, Tampa took control. Tampa made the Isles pay for all their mistakes.
Of course.
And in the previous series, none of the teams really made them pay.
No.
Like, the Isles played pretty sloppy in the beginning of that game series against the Caps, and the Caps did nothing.
Yeah.
So, if you make those mistakes against the Lightning, they're going to make you pay.
They're going to make you pay. Exactly.
However, game 2, the Lightning made those mistakes against the Isles, whether it was the Alex Killorn ridiculous hit on Brock Nelson.
Which I don't understand.
No, I don't understand why players think they should jeopardize the series to make a hit, especially the Killorn hit where he came from behind, cross-checked him kind of to the back and made it. It was a dirty hit. Don't do it.
For no reason.
For no reason, absolutely. Yeah. But that, with them losing Braden Point, they may have came back to win game 2, but possibly. At what cost, kind of?
Yeah. They played their hardest in game 2. And they still lost, which is kind of concerning.
The Isles still lost game 2.
Exactly.
Yes.
But they played pretty well on the third game, which was pretty exciting because then, like, my predictions kind of still stand and stuff like that, and that's pretty good. But still, I always love a competitive series, and I'm hoping that we can get it out of that. So, kind of back to traveling.
Yes.
There's a lot of kind of complaints going around in the Isles Twitter. About the time travel with them leaving. What's your opinion on that? Should there been a little bit more extended break for the Isles, or should
no? No, it's not like they have this like planned out, like when the conference finals were gonna have to start. Like, I'm sorry, if you wanted extra rest, don't blow a 3-1 series lead to the Flyers, have to play 2 extra games, and then travel and then play.
That was gonna be my point.
Like, Tampa took care of business against Boston.
That they did.
They had rest. They couldn't. I don't think they flew out to Edmonton until I think the day before. If I remember the timing right, the day before. So, I mean, it's not like the Lightning also got that big of a head start with their travel. It's just they were just more well-rested because they played 5 games. Yes, they played 5 games.
Yes.
I had to think about that. It's been so long.
Yeah.
And the Isles played 7.
Of course. 7
hard-fought games. I mean, Game 7 wasn't hard-fought, if anybody has seen
seen
my rant on the Flyers.
Yes.
But still, if you want to complain about rest, don't blow a 3-1 lead.
Exactly. So then let's move on to Vegas and Dallas.
Great series.
So both our predictions are gone.
Both are gone. Yeah, we both predicted in 5.
Yes, 5.
5 and Vegas.
Dallas is going to win the first game, and then Vegas.
We were right about Dallas is going to win the first game.
Yes.
So we did technically get like half our prediction right. I think we deserve some credit there.
Yes. A little pat on the back.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then I don't think we saw Dallas winning 2 games in this series and making Vegas really sweat.
Yeah, Dallas is a big surprise right now.
Yes.
I did not honestly think that they were going to do anything close to what they're doing right now.
Nope.
And let's see where the series takes them. But something else that's kind of going around in Vegas, again, that can be interrupting the locker room morale here. Not much morale, I mean,
I mean, I think it's a better situation.
Yeah, then.
But please, Vegas, for the love of God, stop making your goaltending situation a story.
Exactly.
Now, I know the first chart, it wasn't your fault.
No,
with
of course not.
the Alan Walsh laughable at the Marc-Andre Fleury situation.
Exactly.
This time, the happiness, they announced Robin Lehner.
Yeah. Is it an extension? Is it not an extension?
It's an extension that is not an extension until the playoffs are over.
Exactly. I think honestly they should keep this under wraps. Let the guys play.
Yes.
Let them win, lose, whatever. These distractions and stuff like that. Yeah, Robin Leonard's probably like, well, great, I got it.
I got the bag.
I got the money. But at the same time, it's just like leave that out.
Yes.
We don't need that right now.
Yes.
So that was just something that I kind of felt like was just kind of why.
Yeah, why? Vegas has had to deal with a lot of uncertainty in this playoffs, and it's all based upon their goalie tandem.
Exactly.
Like, just shut your mouths and play hockey. Do the extension after the season when you're back in Vegas.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be done in a bubble?
Now. Like now.
How is it getting done in a bubble?
Exactly. So then we have a couple trades.
Yep. A couple trades came across the wire.
Bukestad to the Wild for, I believe it's conditional?
Conditional 7th round or 6th round pick next year. Yep. I think that's a good deal for Minnesota.
Yes.
I believe Bukestad is in a contract year, so I think he will be motivated to play well.
It's a salary dump.
It's a salary dump, but Bukestad's from Minnesota.
Yeah. Oh, so it makes it even better.
It's a salary dump that sends him home that he might be motivated to play. The Wild are a weird team. We'll get to that because we're eventually going to do like a team offseason recap later on. But for right now, the Wild are a weird team. They're old and their window's closing, and Bukestad's also not young. But hopefully, Kevin Fiala came, injected them with a bunch of energy. Yeah. Hopefully, they're safe for Bukestad.
And then Edmonton to the Canadiens.
Yep.
Again, I don't know what to kind of sit with this trade.
I think it's solid. It's a solid move. Edmonton is a very solid left-handed defenseman. He can shore up the Canadiens' blue line. Yeah. I know, just going through the Honest Hockey Twitter account, I saw there was a lot of fans of different teams who were upset that their team didn't get Edmondson.
Yeah.
I know New York Rangers fans in particular really wanted him to shore up that defense, but he went to Les Canadiens, Les Habitantes, for a conditional pick, and I think it's a good get for and Carolina has a glut of defensemen, so they can deal Edmondson.
Yeah. So the last thing we're going to cover is the GM and Coach of the Year.
Okay.
So do you think they deserved it? Or not?
I mean, they're up for the award, so yes, they deserve it.
Okay.
Technically, by the definition, but no.
Okay, let's talk about the GM of the year.
GM of the year, I think it went to Big Lou Lamoriello. I think it should have went to Joe Sakic.
Okay.
I think what he did in Colorado is, as a whole, more impressive.
Yes.
That team was dead a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was.
And now they're like playoff contenders, and they would probably be in the Western Conference Final right now if they had a healthy goaltender.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, what Lou Lamoriello has done for the Islanders is fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, he's made them. They're currently in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes.
You can't take anything away from that. No. But a lot of the pieces of this team have been the same.
We're there. It's been there.
It's been there. A lot of this is Garth Snow's team.
Yeah.
And the major additions he did this year was he brought in Andy Green, which at the time, Isles fans were like, how do we give up the pick for Andy Green? He's like 40 years old. And then the second one was bringing in J.G. Padjo, which at the time, again, everyone thought he overpaid for.
Yeah.
So, it turns out he didn't really overpay for them. They're both win-win trades because they both have been two of the best players for the Islanders during this run.
Correct.
But also, he let Robin Lehner go.
Yeah, that was...
and Robin
look
Lehner
what he's doing now.
Right, and Robin Lehner was a fan favorite for the Islanders.
He was.
Oh my God, Islander fans adored him.
They did.
And he loved Islander fans. Yeah. That was like a perfect relationship. Yeah. If anyone should have gotten a contract extension from anywhere, it should have been Robin Lehner staying on Long Island.
Yeah.
But he let Robin Lehner go, went to Chicago.
Then they let him go.
Yeah, then he took a plane from Chicago to Vegas, and then he's there, and now he's making buco bucks.
Yeah, exactly. So then, Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year went to Bruce Cassidy. Again, by the definition, deserved it, whatever. Yeah. Tortorella. Okay. John Tortorella should have won the Jack Adams Coach of the Year award. Yeah. Okay? The Blue Jackets got destroyed in free agency.
They lost so many people.
They lost everything.
Yeah. They lost so many people, and then somehow to be competitive.
Yeah, and then they dealt with so many injuries during the season. They were decimated. I went to a Blue Jackets game this year, and they were playing like Nathan Gerby and all these people that I had never heard of before. Yeah. I'm like looking at my phone. I'm like, who is this guy? This guy? Okay, all right. I'm like 3/4 of the Blue Jackets lineup. I'm like, who is this fella? Yeah. Like the only person I knew who was playing was Pierre-Luc Dubois, and Torts still was able to coach them up to make the playoffs and be competitive, losing their entire team and the injuries. It should have been John Tortorella. You could also argue that Torts had a better case at winning Coach of the Year than Lou had at winning GM of the Year.
Yes.
But
I felt like that almost should have been opposite a little bit there.
Yeah.
But again, I agree with completely what you said. I don't think... In theory, they deserved it. But I don't feel like they deserved it.
Right, yeah, exactly. They deserved it, but did they really deserve it?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
But again, this is brought on by the sports writers, I believe, and the announcers, so I guess it's whatever they saw, and I guess, fans'
They must have saw something we didn't see.
Fans' eyes and media's eyes are completely different eyes.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently, yep.
Apparently, so.
But we'll see how the rest of the playoffs go.
Yes. I'm
very
excited.
Curious.
Hopefully some good series going to come. And then let's see if one of our predictions kind of stays in there.
Hopefully, don't forget, we did get a prediction right with Dallas winning Game 1. I cannot stress that enough. We got a prediction right. We just didn't get the series right. But,
exactly.
That's potatoes.
Exactly. So,
thanks for watching this episode of Honest Hockey. Be sure to give us a like if you enjoyed. And don't forget to cross-check that subscribe button. I'm Tom. He's Tom. We'll catch you next time.